in college football, Merlin Olsen Field at Maverick Stadium in Logan, Utah. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The Broncos offense will go to work first. And there he is, this senior wide receiver, coming off a 150-yard, 3-touchdown performance in their victory in the last game. Defense all over him.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
At the 45 on its way. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. They might be thinking back-to-back big plays after that last one. 1st and 10 from the 32. On the ground, it's Riley. Breaks into the open. And he's tackled, brought down at the 19. They're into the red zone with another 1st down. And the Broncos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Moving out to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. The Broncos are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Utah State Aggies offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And now we see the dangerous Javen Jacobs. He's coming off a 100-yard game and a couple of touchdowns in their last win. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. Quick catch. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Let's take just a second and talk about Utah State. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program was because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Broncos offense to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen.
I love early in the game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
The run inside. It's Riley. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
And Boise State, man, it seems like they always find their guy. And Dylan Riley replaces Ashton Genty. They're going to run the football. Palmer, they make no bones about it. They're a physical run team. They play action off of that. But whoever's at the running back spot is going to get fed.
Yeah, Riley had his big opportunity a year ago, and man, he shined. He averaged almost 6 yards a carry. He was an explosive play waiting to happen. And I think having that year under his belt now has given him so much more confidence going into this season, and he is going to be the focal point, I think, of this Broncos offense.
And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. Back to pass, it's Madsen. Escapes the pressure to his right. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. A costly holding penalty backs him up. It's 1st and 20. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to pass. Oh, pressure's coming. Had to throw it before he wanted.
That really good job by the defense. They got to understand that boy can fly. So when he gets outside the pocket, I got to make sure I'm ready to go get him. You could tell he was still being a passer. He wanted to throw the football. Nice job closing under control, getting a hit on the quarterback, and affecting the throw.
Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
Now look, you don't see kickers on highlight tapes too often. That 61-yard field goal is going to make every highlight reel in the country. Wow.
Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
Man, this defense is setting the tone early. 3 and out on the first drive, and on the first play, the second drive, they get a TFL. They are sending a very clear and distinct message to this offense. They are going to set the tone of this game.
He's got it. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Trying to make one miss. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Touchdown, Broncos! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Here's the give off the left side. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. To the air, it's Hillstead. They're all over him, and he avoids the sack.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on third down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm, but you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
Touchdown, Boise State! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pub up, and this guy got a lot of that pub, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams, you can see the speed, you can see the wheels, and you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah State's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Keeps it himself. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decision, so I love it here. Third down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving and keep the sticks rolling.
Keep it on the ground. And he's brought down after a short gain. They've got some work to do on this third and long from the 40. Looking to pass. It's Hillstead. Under pressure. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Trying to get started. He'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. One final play before the end of the quarter. They'll try the counter. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period. Boise State has the lead, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Selling the fake. Look out! They get to him as he throws.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They need a huge play on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Can't hang on to the ball. He had it right in his chest, and it'll be fourth down. The Broncos line up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Utah State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Unloads to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Ready. Blue, 22, ready, go!
From the gun, it's Jacobs.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The play fake. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation, and you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for the...
And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Making his first move. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Holly, what update do you have on that?
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
All right, Holly. Wants to throw. It's Madsen. Finds his tight end. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately. The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
Got his man. Got room at the 35. Turning on the jet. Touchdown Broncos! A great catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, the Utah State offense about to give it another go. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. He's looking to pass. The short hands, it's Johnson. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off play action on first down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Hey, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Hillstead. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight.
Personal foul. Looking to kick.
You know, they make fun of kickers for not worrying about contact, but that's about as rough as it gets. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Whips it out in the flat. And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll be forced to kick for the 6th time tonight. Trying to take it back. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. With an update on that, let's check in with Holland.
Here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other, keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. The give to the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Man, a lot of times offenses, they feel really good when it's 2nd and short after a good run on 1st down. You'll see them be aggressive. They choose to run the football, defense ready, now setting up a 3rd and short situation. Are they going to run it 3 times in a row? The defense probably going to be ready for that.
And the Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Personal foul.
They make fun of kickers saying they don't have to worry about contact, but they do in situations like that. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Looking downfield, it's Madsen. Got a man, it's Bates. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. The Broncos come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Quick give, it's Riley. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. And the Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. Nowhere to go.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they keep the gas to the floor. Like they're still throwing the football, still making big plays. And this defense, they still have...
Touchdown Broncos! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards. And it was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Utah State sending its offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the 1st half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. Unleashes it on the run. Goes high to pull it in. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Jacobs. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Utah State!
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 19, set to kick this throw.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. As we check in with Holly.
Hey guys, here on the away team sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other, keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Got a man, it's Bates. Gets it to the 37, clock stops to move the chains. The Broncos in the hurry-up.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
Hey guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
And the Broncos can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Madsen. Shoots it to the left. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Throwing right. Got his man. He's down to the 38-yard line, and they can stop the clock. Timeout taken by Boise State. 2nd time they've stopped the clock here in the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime.
Ready, go!
Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
He's going to let this one go deep. He can haul it in, incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. The Broncos will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this, because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Snap it to the back. They were all over it.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
They've got to get the football to the 32 to pick up the first down. Tight end now in motion. Moves the pocket. It's Hillstead. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team.
Number 19, on to punt it away.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Holly, what do you have?
Guys, the vibe down here on the Boise State sideline, players are really starting to feel this momentum. They've got a big lead here in this game, and they were expected to be just where they are. Guys are talking to each other. Keep eating, keep eating. I know they want to finish this game off strong, but with a big lead, they're starting to have a little fun down here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Looking to the big tight end. Makes the catch. It's Wagner. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. And the Broncos peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. On the run, it's Riley. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their junior defensive end, and they hope he's just rattled momentarily. Holly Rowe will update his condition in a bit. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
He'll get rid of it. That pass is incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. To throw, it's Madsen. Picked off, that's number 15 on the year.
You always try as a player to say the weather means nothing. Cold is a mentality. It hurts, okay? The ball feels like a rock. It gets super hard. It's really hard for quarterbacks to grip that thing and make accurate throws. And how about that? The defense comes out, makes a big play, creates the turnover.
It's picked off, and that's number 10. Right down the gut of the field. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Wiley. Rolls right. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Well, you got to know as a quarterback, when you're in an empty set, which means you have no running backs in the backfield with you, you got to be able to get rid of the football. And you're expecting pressure. The clock's going to go off in your head. Not a good job of keeping 2 hands on the football, and the defense able to knock it loose.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Left side, it's Johnson. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Straight ahead, it's Jake. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. bounced right back to them. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Takes a handoff. It's Jacobs. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Hillstead. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. Ready to fire from the pistol. Rush right in his face. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. They want to throw it. Setting up the screen. Across the 45. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Broncos kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They'll give him one to the 28-yard line.
Man, I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Back to throw, it's Madsen. Lets it fly deep downfield. Another incompletion on third down. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He's going to try to punch one through from 45 yards away. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tells to run, wants to pass. Rushes on, and he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for room. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. On the run, it's Riley. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target. He just can't hook up for the completion.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
It'll be a draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Looking to throw, it's Maryland. Oh, pressure's coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought it was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
Searching for space. Makes a move. There he goes. Open it up. Touchdown, Broncos. Special teams proving to be special. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. And he made the extra point without problem.
That makes the score Boise State 51, Utah State 7.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun. Run ends there.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They're all over him. He'll throw it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. On the return. And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Running inside. It's Riley. It's runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Keeps it on the option. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the 1st down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the 1st down marker is.
Turning it on!
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Long way to go on 2nd down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Sets his feet. It's Madsen. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Broncos decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down in the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
They'll go with a direct snap. Swamped immediately.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
2nd down to the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Utah State will be forced to send out the punt team. On the return, coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And so the Boise State offense comes out to go to work. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have, and man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence, and David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's obviously what happens.
Everybody gets energized. Everybody starts to contribute. Young guys start to grow up. Coaches start to believe in them. Everything